Alright everyone, we're back with another episode of Panzer Campaigns Kharkov 42. So we're playing this against James, our fellow YouTuber, and I have been slowly progressing through each of our armies over the last couple turns, and we are currently on the offensive. You can see there's a bunch of units up here we're facing off with, a bunch of pretty strong German units, but I believe in our Soviets, and I think we can do this. But I guess this first attack will really help us decide whether or not that belief is unfounded. So we're going to first try to attack this unit. We're moving the 38th Army right now. So first things first, let's try and get these guys out of here. And actually, before we do that, we want to attack with our artillery. Alright, let's turn that down because that's kind of loud. I would really like to get those guys what's the word? Disrupted. Unfortunately, it does not seem like we're going to be able to do it. Unfortunately not. Do we still have a couple more chances? Okay. Now for them. 2. Okay, those guys have to be pretty beat up by now. They already fired on them, right? Yeah. Okay. 6. Let's try to move these guys up. Okay. So we should be able to assault with them. Ouch. 13 men to 3 men and 3 guns. Okay. How about, let's see if we can push them out of the way. Owie. "17 men to 27 men and 3 guns. Okay. So they did a little bit better. But those guys are still standing. But we did destroy a bunch of the guns that they had there. So that's good at least. Okay, now let's move them right here. To clear those mines. Okay. And now get all of these guys right here. owie. I feel like a child every time I say owie. Ugh. Alright, anyway. So those guys gotta be really beat up right now. Okay, now we got these guys. And what we can probably do with them is try to push into these hexes. So I'm going to move each of those regiments to try and take this position. .140. Okay, they're not on a hill at least. Are they viewable? Potentially, but depends on whether they can see them there or not. Okay, let's move them there. Let's move each of them here. Okay. Fine. Go ahead and set up. You guys can set up. Okay, there's the AT guns. And you're going to begin hitting them. Okay, there we go. Don't want to try pushing across that river because that'll be too difficult. '81st Rifle Division, that's these guys. Okay. And then you got this tank division. Can they be seen from there? They can. I don't want to move them there right now then. Can they be seen from here? They cannot from there. Okay, let's... Let's hit these positions. Okay, and you guys can fire down here. Okay, there we go. Almost there. I guess I did have one more piece of artillery I can use. Ooh, that was a big one. Okay. All right. I think we're good up here. Oh, I almost didn't even fire any of these guys. Oh, that would have sucked. Okay. Ooh, that was a big one. Okay. Okay, nice. All right, now that's everyone over here. Okay. Let's take a look at casualties so far. Axis are about 1,300. We are about 1,800. But they have lost double the guns, which is good. Okay. And then, how many? Oh, a bunch of these divisions are all part of those guys. Just making sure those guys don't receive replenishment. Okay. Let's take these sappers and maybe stick them right there. Where they can start building some mines. Okay, let's use recon. No recon. What if we go right there? Recon. Ooh, we could see another one. Nice. Get an idea for what their defensive line looks like. I'm gonna send you forward. Okay. No effect. Nothing there. Nothing there. Bunch of pillboxes. Don't necessarily want to try pushing across a bunch of pillboxes. Especially when they're like every other hex like that. Although we could actually they'd see us coming a mile away though. That's the problem. What time is it? 10? Maybe what I can do is send some guys forward in the night and try to hit some of their weak spots. Move you up. Let's and you. Nice. Let's recon. Okay, nothing. Okay. Now is the rest of that still? Okay, so this is where we have a brand new group. Now, are all of you guys locked? You are. What about you guys? Ooh, you're not. Okay. Or they're over here. I think these guys are going to have a harder time. But up here is where I'm going to be closest to Kharkov. Let's bring them up this way. Anyone else locked? Or should I say unlocked back here? No. How about back here? Okay, so just since you haven't seen the rest of the map, I'll show you what else is going on. Over here we have the second part of our offensive. And this is also where we took our very first objective. So our idea over here is to push basically along that road to get underneath Kharkov. It's so far away though. I don't know how we expect to get there from down here. I almost wish just did a giant push from maybe down here. This seems like it would have been a better spot to push from. But it is too late. We can't really switch everything around right now. So that's the goal. Anyway, this will probably be the end of this episode. Next episode, we'll start moving these groups around. The area I'm worried about their counterattack is down here. In this whole area. Because this is where they went for Izium. Basically cut this entire pocket off. Not fun. But anyway, everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.